everyone, and this is Chrissy from InTheStars by Chrissy.com. And in this video, we are going to be talking about what's going to be transpiring for you for the month of September 2019 in terms of your emotional and personal life, your love life as a whole, and how you connect with other people that are closest to you. What are the major influences that might be happening for you for the month of September 2019? So please do know that this reading will apply to the specific sign of your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign as well. And it is my hopes, dreams, and desire that this reading will be able to help you, give you insights and clarity into your situation, and be able to navigate how the month is going to be happening for you as a whole as well. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the reading. Okay, so for those that are in the sign of Capricorn for your September 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading, I will be starting with the messages, psychic messages that is being shown to me through auto writing, which I have written down here. And it is saying for Capricorns to wake up from your slumber. And it is time for some serious action. So, again, like I said, to all signs that the psychic messages for September may be related to the reading or may not be related to the reading, but it is definitely some form of theme that you might need to take focus on. It is something that could be experienced by you throughout the month, or it has some form of message, so just keep that in mind. Now, before I start, just know that the reading may or may not relate to you. It really depends. This is still a general reading, so it may connect to some Capricorns out there and may not connect to the other few Capricorns. But yeah, I'm just putting this out there so you guys know. I do have a lot of cards going on here, more than I should, and this is because there is a majority in the reading that I'm picking up, and truth be told, it's really not the most positive reading, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people might be hating me for doing this reading still. But I really just want to, share what I'm picking up in this reading and still push through uploading them, as my role here is to be a messenger to tell you guys what really I am seeing in this reading for the month of September. So yeah, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing. But again, this is all a matter of perspective. So it does not mean that it's really going to be purely negative. So I'm also going to try to give my thoughts on how this can play out in a not so negative manner. So yeah, but just to give you guys a highlight, I do see that there is really going to be some difficulties for those that are in the sign of Capricorns. And you will really feel this very strongly, especially if you are able to tune in and relate to the reading. So anyway, first of all, we have here Emperor, Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Rods that is representing the situation that you are in right now. And this is a situation wherein you could be focusing on a situation that may have a lot of responsibility, or something is causing you burden one way or another, and it is becoming it is weighing heavily in your mind, and it is also being crossed by the Seven of Pentacles, Magician, and the Five of Rods. So this could be, it could be a relationship, or it could be that a situation wherein there is some form of either inner conflict, or there is already a conflict going on in that situation. So again, this could be in a partnership or marriage or, relationship that you have been working on for quite some time now. Maybe you have been putting up with someone. You're trying to resist all the problems or issues that are going on in this relationship, and you're trying to stand by this relationship. It could be that, but it seems that whatever situation you are in right now, it seems that it's not going anywhere, and that is really the problem that you are facing at this time, because you do want for things to move forward. There is something that you want to happen, but for some reason it's not pushing through. It's not happening in the way that you wanted to. So it's either that, you might come to a point of, you might have some form of disagreement with someone, or this could be a form of inner conflict wherein a part of you is having a different opinion on what to do on a certain situation or relationship. So, yeah, but with the Emperor card, it is something that is very important to you. It could be a person, it could be a man as well, but it is something that you have a deep attachment to, something that you really, really care about. And most of the time, you're not taking action on it. It's not something that you are willingly changing the situation, that sort of stuff. So, because with the Seven of Pentacles, it is showing us that you have been waiting. It could be that you're waiting, or you're just sitting still and letting things flow, letting things happen. You're not really taking the driver's seat and steering the wheel by yourself. You're just letting things happen, as if you're waiting for faith to do its magic or work, depending on where it leads you, that sort of stuff. But you are now becoming you're having a lot of doubts on where this is going, and it's going to be becoming prominent as the month goes on. Your foundation card, you do have the Page of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Judgment card. So, yeah, there is really something that has been weighing on your mind. Okay? Something is weighing on your mind, and maybe you're wanting for things to be fun. You're wanting for things to be better. You want things to improve. But for some reason, with the Nine of Swords here and the Judgment card, you're coming to terms of accepting the situation for what it is. When the Nine of Swords and the Judgment comes up in the Foundation card, this is a situation wherein there has to be a conclusion to whatever it is that you are going through at this time. And with the past, we are being shown here that you have the Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, and Seven of Cups. So this is a situation wherein, something has occurred in the past that you have taken action in it, or maybe you have received some form of news, but it is very confusing, or there is something in the past that is not thought out very well, wherein, there could be some form of action that was done impulsively, or you have taken some form of message that is not very clear, and they are all related. They are all related, and it is also being clarified by the misfortune card we have here. So whether you have experienced something positive or negative, this clearly means that there is a problem in the past, okay? And since it is in the past, it is something that has already been done. So this is a possibility that there is some form of impulsive energy that maybe you think was done right, but actually, it's not thought out well, wherein there's actually loopholes to whatever it is that you have done. So this could be a scenario wherein you have done something foolish in this relationship or with someone, or, you have done a foolish action. And this could be the reason why you have been quite stuck, you know there is an energy here wherein maybe there is an ego playing here, maybe because of your ego, you don't want to apologize. That is a possibility. But it could be that, your conscience is killing you as well. That could be a quite of a possibility here. But I do see you coming into terms of whatever it was in the past. In your crowning energy, you have another Five of Wands, Six of Swords, and another Six of Rods. So this is a certain point wherein you will be able to overcome and fight your way. You will have the willpower to take certain actions or to change something in the situation. There is a lot of moving forward energy here. So from confusion, from uncertainty, you will be able to take action in a way that has a lot more integrity in it, that has a lot more truth, something like that. So I would say that maybe some of you guys have done something wrong, and this could be the time wherein you're wanting to correct it. At the same time, this could also be a situation wherein there could be some form of messages that that have been fabricated, or this could be a problematic connection, problematic messages, or it could be just someone's mind is very much clouded at that time, and they're focusing more on their selves alone, not really towards anyone at all. In your near future position, you do have the Two of Cups. So in the near future, you are showing the tendency of connecting to someone, having a partnership, or connecting with a person. So from you focusing on yourself, being a lot, having a lot of ego issues and all that. Again, this could be you. This could be someone that you already know, who is experiencing this. Either way, there is going to be some form of talk, some form of communication. But it's also being linked with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles all at the same time. So you might need to talk to someone, or someone might contact you. This person might contact you, or you might contact someone. But It might lead to some form of disappointment, or this could be a breakup. So I'm really not denying that fact at this time. This could be breaking away from someone, a breakup of a relationship, or hearing back from someone who has broken up with you. We do have also the broken heart card over here. So, and it is clarifying what is going to be experiencing in the near future. So, the chances of this being a breakup or a heartbreaking connection forming up is becoming strongly. This could also be a situation wherein you are just going to be able to talk to someone, and there's going to be a lot of emotions involved. So I'm not really saying that this is definitely a breakup, because the Three of Swords is always a very emotional card. It's as if the pain that you're feeling is being released. So this could be a scenario wherein you break the ice with someone and talk to them. And sometimes when you talk to a person, there's a lot of emotions involved, and you finally tell the person everything that is on your mind. Everything that is on their mind is being shared to you, and you end up in tears and crying. But it does not really mean that it's a breakup, right? It just means that the two of you finds a way to open up, and the both of you has an understanding why this person has done this, why I have done this, all those kind of stuff. So either way, this can be a situation wherein there could be a healing of a relationship, or a clarity can be happening. That sort of stuff. You also need to consider if is your ego that really important than to save the relationship, because clearly there is something wrong in the situation that you are in right now. At the very least, if you are being able to connect with this reading, this is a situation wherein you may be wanting to do something in the relationship, but you're waiting, but you are very conflicted. This is a situation where there is so much feeling of being hesitant to make a change. Maybe you are hesitating yourself to initiate something to someone, to a relationship or connection, despite of what you truly feel. Or this could be a situation wherein there is guilt involved because of some form of foolishness kind of thing. So it's either of those things that I'm picking up. So I do see here that with the Four of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Page of Rods, you will be able to take necessary action. So if you are thinking of reaching out to someone and maybe you haven't really done so, this could be like a signal or a time that after much deliberation, after much thinking or isolation, because the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords is like, a man or a woman, it's not really gender based, but this is a person who has been thinking about something, they don't have a specific decision in mind, but they have been thinking of someone or trying to make a decision, but really unable to make any. And with the Page of Cups here, you might just be able to reach out to someone, or at the very least, you're now willing to open your eyes more or to take initiative on something. with that. And it could very well lead to some form of new beginnings of some kind, you know? So there is an energy here to really overcoming something, you know? And starting something new from that. And with that in mind, it just makes things a lot clearer, you know, like the message that we had earlier. It's all about waking up from slumber and taking serious action. Because this is the time that you are being asked to, you know, you have done all the thinking and deliberation. You have been focusing too much on yourself, too much introspection work, and too much evaluation on certain things. And, you know, it's not really helping because nothing is actually progressing, you know. It's either that, you know, you think and try to evaluate on certain things, or maybe you're hoping or having some form of wishful thinking that maybe things will change or things will get better, but nothing is really happening. So you're now coming to a point wherein you have to do something to change something. So that is really in focus right here. We do have the hopes and dreams section, and you have the Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Seven of Rods. So definitely, I'm really sure that this is a situation wherein you find your way to fight whatever obstacles or problems you are having right now in terms of your love life and relationship. You might be working on something, you know. If you have been wanting to do something and you haven't done so, this could be the time that you might have the energy to actually stand up and to do something about it, you know, whatever it was that has been blocking your way. The Seven of Rods is always a situation wherein you are fighting adversity and you actually win over it. And your far outcome card rather, is the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Empress card. And it's also actually has been clarified by the Death card as well, by the Gypsy cards, which I forgot to place. So this will be a certain situation wherein something is going to be transformed and you will be a lot more happier that you have undertaken a certain action. You know, you have made the choice. There is a choice that you are going to make and you are going to take action on that. But of course, it's not going to be easy because I feel that, you know, whatever you are in at this time, that is going to change. Whether you go into a relationship, whether you are going to confront someone, whether you have to talk to someone, that relationship is going to change, whether it's positive or negative. The only reason why I'm seeing this as more of a negative situation, and this is because, you know, there's going to be a lot of emotions that you are going to be experiencing at this time. This is a situation wherein there is going to be a new beginning going to be happening for you in terms of your love life and relationship. This could be a situation wherein it's going to be entering a new chapter, or some form of foundation in the relationship is going to be shaken up, that kind of thing. And it bothers me most that you have two spades here altogether, the eight and the seven. So it's not really a breakup card, but it's definitely a situation wherein something might frustrate you because there is some form of lack of compromise. So it's either you are the one who is not compromising on certain things, but at the same time, this is a situation wherein you are forced to take action. You are forced to do something about it, to do something in the partnership section. So I just want to tell you that the the near future card is the Two of Cups. So how you are going to handle the relationship is going to be in your hands, and selfish action, narcissistic action is really not going to be helpful at this time. So that is really something that you might need to take into consideration. This is the time wherein you need to sort out whatever troubles is going on in the relationship. If things are not going in the right way, if you know that things in the relationship it's not fair, there are just things that cannot go on anymore, and that is something that you have to deal with this reading. It is something that you have to overcome. So yeah. And with the Five of Spades and Two of Clubs over here, this is a situation wherein there is something in the partnership that, some form of changes is going to be happening in the partnership section. With the Six of Spades and the Queen of Spades, you need to fix this. It's either that you need to fix this, or else the relationship is definitely going to a point of ending, or deterioration, that sort of situation. So for me, I would say that if there is a way to save a relationship, this is the time that you focus on saving the relationship, not focusing on what you think that has to be done. So I would say that compromise is going to be a big deal here. You need to know that you have your own rights, but the other person has their own rights as well. So in a relationship, the middle ground is going to be very important. The two of you need to see each other halfway. Those kinds of things. So yeah. But I'm leaning on more that, this is a reading for those people that have done something foolish. I'm really picking up that very strongly. They have done something foolish and they are guilty about that. And maybe they are hesitating to reach out to someone, but they really do need to. They need to reach out. If they still want to fix their relationship, they need to reach out. And if they want to completely break up with that person, then just continue what you're doing. Either way, it will give you a lot of liberation at the end. It could be a liberation wherein you finally reconciled with the person, and emotionally that makes you feel a whole lot better because all the guilt and the emotional burden is going to be lifting up. At the same time, it just makes you feel a lot as if you're going to get healed, because there's a lot of doubt and feeling bad that I'm picking up. There's so much of that. And if you try to resolve this problem with that person, there is still a chance to mend things and to fix things. So yeah, you also need to consider that if you really don't want, if you are in a relationship wherein you don't even like the person, you're not in love with them, and you're just being there for the sake of being in a relationship, then you need to fix that. You need to get honest and have a one-on-one conversation with someone. But yeah, this is going to be a matter of ego. Are you willing to apologize? Are you willing to be honest? Those kinds of things are one that is going to be very much prominent for you. So some form of change needs to happen for you Capricorns out there. So I would say that if you did something wrong, you need to apologize. Go apologize. And if you want to fix the relationship, you will be able to fix that during this time. It can be very emotional, but at the end, it's going to be worth it. And if you are in a relationship and you really don't want that relationship, or you're just there for the sake of being in a relationship, then I do see this breaking off, you know, especially if you still love someone. You might be breaking off that fake relationship that you are in at this time. This could also be a situation wherein you are resisting in taking action. You're resisting yourself to say something, but there is going to be some form of happening in the month of September wherein you'll end up talking. You know, you are going to communicate. Whether it becomes a positive thing or negative thing, you are going to reach out and communicate with someone. And that can lead to some form of conclusion to whatever situation that is weighing on your mind and in your heart as a whole. So yeah, this is really my reading for you guys. So basically, the message here is telling you to push forward. It's time for you to really wake up and do the hard work. So, and if you have been in this phase of confusion and indecision, this is the time wherein, you know, you got to do something. You got to do something that's real. You got to do something to make your emotions and your thought pattern in the right order of things. It's really hard to explain. It's like a person that is very much clouded, but they're very clouded and they don't take action because they are clouded with certain things. But this is the month we're in for you to get out of this loophole of negativity, for you to get out of this cycle of feeling lost. You actually need to listen to your intuition, because I'm pretty sure that for a lot of you guys, if you are relating to the reading, some of you already know what they have to do. They are just resisting themselves, maybe because of ego, maybe because, I don't know, you know, they have their own reasons why they are stopping themselves. But regardless of what they are feeling at the present moment, the ending point is they are going to have to deal with a relationship. They have to deal with communicating with someone, and they have to deal with this matters of the heart. Will this hurt you or will this heal you? That's really the either two outcomes that could come about for you guys, for those that are in the sign of Capricorns. So yeah, again, this, regardless of uh what situation you are, please do know that at the end of the day, if you overcome it, if you go through this phase, you will feel better. Whether it's a breakup, or whether you are going to mend a relationship, fix a relationship, clear your mistakes, be honest with someone. At the end of the day, there is some form of good result that is waiting for you, and it will liberate you on an emotional level, and will just make you feel better. And in that way, you can make a better and more harmonious relationship with that person, whoever that is. And this is a situation wherein you are to enter a new chapter of relationship with a much deeper commitment with that person. Because for the most part, I still do see you in a relationship. The fact that we do have the Two of Cups in the near future. I mean, I guess I would say that a very few percentage that that this becomes a breakup. I would say that this is a situation wherein it could be an emotional talk going on between you and someone. Yeah, this is my reading for you guys, Capricorn. I do hope that it gives you some form of insight and clarity to the situation. I don't think that it's clearly a negative reading, but it's definitely going to be very emotional. That is something that's for sure. So, and it's going to be very transformational as well. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. But don't give up, okay? Because as long as there is a way to fix things, you can. Trust that. And there's a lot of cards here that is showing you that you will be able to overcome the blockages and adversity that is going on in terms of your love life and relationship. So yeah, if you'd like a more personal reading with me, just go to my website, indthestarsbychrissy.com, and I'll see you guys again next month.